Welcome back, folks. You're joining us. We are calling live from Geelong, ready for the grand final. We're going to be seeing Westside Roller Derby playoff against Kingston City Rollers to see who will take home first place for this year's statewide stampede.
I'll get you the comments on this.
We are on Wadawurrung country today. We're very honoured to skate, practice and play on First Nations land, and we want to acknowledge that we play on stolen land and pay respects to traditional owners of this land that we're meeting on. Let's do roll call for Kingston City Rollers, who are on the track now. 1-2, Crush. 1-8-2, Mayhem. 1-9, Elmer Thud. 2-2, Screw. 3-1, Griff. Shout out folks as you hear their name. 3-5, Carnage. 4-6-9, Exy. 5-4, Rainbow Bash. 7, Bam. 8-1, Bianca. 8-8, Raph. 9-1, Murray Fury. That battle cry was from Westside Roller Derby. Roll call for them, 0, Maddie Longlegs. 2-4, Go Go Yubari. 101, The Real Slim Sadie. 109, Club Slamwich. 1618, Victoria Beta. 162, Florence the Machine. 17, Liz Vegas. 21, Viola Rumble. 212, ICU. 222, Dizzy Lizzy. 23, Machine. 3-4, Bash. 4-4, Revan Townsend. 4-4-2, Slasher. 4-6-0, Murderface. 7-3, Siege the Day. 8-9, Massacre Jones. We have 10 seconds to Derby, folks. Westside has taken lead right away. Viola Rumble has picked up 4 points on their first scoring pass. Holding lead for Westside. Kingston's Jammer wedged pretty well in there in that tripod at the back by Westside. And it looks like we've just seen a multiplayer on a Westside blocker who are now reporting to the bin. The jam ending just before Kingston has a chance to get any points. At the end of Jam 1, Westside is sitting on 12 points. Kingston is on a donut. They're on 0, but it can't be any earlier days.
Only one jam. The game is afoot.
The game is afoot. The game is a wheel.
Alrighty. So I'm playing around with mics a little bit, so hopefully I'm not turning the commentary off. I think we can still hear you.
Can you still? Yeah, you folks can still hear me. So I'll introduce myself. I'm Mad Max Fury Roll. I'm a skater with East Vic Roller Derby. We just had an incredible game against DVRDC, and congrats to them taking home.
Such a close one.
It was close. They were hard work. And with me I have Beard piping up as well.
Hello. Beard is slightly distracted because he's also the camera operator and the producer and the social media guy, but he'll occasionally say something, and even more occasionally it'll be useful.
Beard is an excellent multitasker. The jam is on. We have a few blockers in the bin for each side at the moment. And we have just gone into a power jam. West side picks up lead. I believe that is... Just had some cat-like reflexes from our ref, Beck. And a very impressive knock-off by Mayhem. Quite a scuffle in the pack there now as Kingston Jammer fights their way through. Making it through on the out, a bit of a tumble on the outside line there. I believe we're seeing Siebes report to the bin with a directional there. And one lonesome Westside blocker is holding down the fort for Westside at the moment. And a blocking out of play penalty for a Kingston blocker there. Bit of a tango there between Mayhem and who I believe is Dizzy Lizzy there.
Someone's just let us know that I put the rosters on the overlay before the game started, but they appear to have been entered under the wrong team names. So we probably won't have any jammer numbers and such pop up on the scoreboard just now. The ones you read out are fine, but someone's typed them into the scoreboard with Matty Longlegs and such playing for KCR and Crush and Mayhem on Westside's side.
Oh, that is confusing.
That would be a hell of a mashup team. More just a straight swap, but I don't think I can fix it without breaking the game that's in progress, and I really don't want to do that. So
yeah.
Maybe at halftime.
With 5 seconds to go, those blockers race back to the jammer line. Very, very quick moving pack and jammers for this. Kingston is well represented in the crowd. We've got some folks cheering Kingston on, and we have just had Screw call off that jam. No points for anyone for that jam. Oh, apologies. Westside picked up 4, and in that last pass, no points for anyone.
A new player has entered the game.
A new player, an old hand. So early stages of this first half between Kingston City Rollers and Westside Roller Derby. My name's JR, and it's great to be finally back behind the mic, as they say in the classics.
Viola Rumble dancing through the pack on their toe stops, narrowly avoiding a hit out and picking up their points as they make their way through the pack. They're carrying lead for Westside.
Pack spreading out all the way along the first apex, which is very annoying for me because I'm trying to get them all in shot at the same time. Very inconsiderate, honestly, folks. I'm sure the pack ref isn't enjoying it much either.
Probably not.
Yeah, when you're watching the two best teams play off together, you need to be a fast jam ref. You need to be really on it when you're any other kind of ref. There's a lot happening in this game.
Very nice, 12 points there for Westside. They move comfortably along to 43. And Kingston remain on 4. Lead jammer going the way of Kingston. It's Bianca there, number 8-1. And there's a pack now slowly coming through turn number 1 and 2. Looking forward nicely and finding some territory to the outside part of turn 1 and 2. Bianchi gets some points. And some nice points it is then for Kingston. They just pick up the 4. They move along to 8. Westside remain on 43. It is Screw Lucy 2-2 jamming for Kingston in the pink. Up against 2-2-2. That's a very familiar number for Westside. Dizzy Lizzy, of course, jamming for Westside. Nicely done. Screw Lucy for Kingston gets on through, picks up lead jammer.
We're seeing a lot of drawbacks in this game already, which is hard work when you're the jammer. Giving up any of the ground that you'd gained when you're being drawn back is pretty sad.
And we've also seen some big hits in this game. And 2-2-2 there for Westside. Getting knocked to the outside part of turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, that was a big hit. They took it well. Back on track.
Sorry to cut you off there. We've seen a couple of big hits, of course, in the previous game. We saw a massive hit here on turn number 2. Knives to meet you. Took a nice big hip and shoulder hit to the outside part of that particular part of the track. As this one then comes to an end, Revan Townsend takes a bit of a tumble off of turn number 2. And X is there just to offer up a hand. Good sportswomanship, sportspersonship, sportsmanship, however you want to word it.
I think sportspersonship was good.
I think sportspersonship covers all bases. Real Slim Shady jamming for Westside up against Bam jamming for Kingston.
Sportsperson is still quite a lot of syllables, so could we just call him a sportser?
Yeah, well, we could do that as well.
That was a very exciting pickup by the Real Slim Sadie, who was drawn back quite far, had to battle back through the pack, but still managed to pick up lead despite all of that. Seeing some very strong walls. Jammers really having to fight their way through.
Pack then coming together and making its way through turn number 2 and down the back straight away, or the spectator rather side of the track.
at the end of Jam 8, Westside are sitting on 53 points, Kingston City Rollers on 15.
Of course, for any of the fans watching along at home, we trust that you've enjoyed today's action because this is the last game of the day. It's the last game of the statewide Stampede 2023 season. We get Jam number 9 underway. Oh, big hit there. Number 8-1, that's Bianca taking a tumble to the outside part of turn number 1. Looks like Club Sandwich then jamming for and lead jammer for Westside.
Kingston's jammer heading to the bin for a high block penalty. Club Slam, which calls it, taking Westside into the next jam on a power jam.
A big shout out to all our referees and all our non-skating officials here today. We thank each and every one of them so much because without them we don't have a game. We can't play roller derby. So
we love you, officials.
Yeah, we'll cover them off in a little bit more detail a little bit later on. So we get jam number 10 underway. And there's a power jam start, as you mentioned, for Westside. So the real slim Sadie jamming for Westside. The recycles back into turn number 1 from Murray Fury there from Kingston. Nicely done from Bianca on that previous pass coming down the back straightaway, just using the outside part of the track.
Offense creating a nice big gap for Bianca there, who calls it off, taking home the points and leaving Slim Sadie with none for that jam.
Looks like Kingston have called a team timeout. Probably a chance for both teams to catch their breath, settle things down a little bit, have a bit of a chat as to what's been going on and what's transpired so far in this game. It's 19 Kingston, and Westside Roller Derby, Westside Glory on 61. I have glasses on, but they're so annoying. I can't see things close up. Big love to all that are watching at home online. Thank you so much for your support. There's a number of you out there.
Some love for Westside coming in via the stream, via the comments. Cheers to Asher, Chris and Florence from home.
Which, funny enough, is not too far away. It's literally just down the highway for the Westside crew.
Yeah.
Big shout out to not just the Westside fans, but all. As I said, just that you've enjoyed the fight. It's been dubbed the statewide Stampede.
Game is on and things are happening very quickly.
We're going to cut track now for Westside. Yellow Rumble making a visit to the penalty box. Good opportunity for number 2-2, Screw Lucy for Kingston. Kingston now find themselves on a power jam. So Screw will be doing absolutely everything in her power to maximise this situation and try and get as many points as possible. But as you can see, the Westside Blockers are having none of it. It's one thing to try and get past these blockers. They are so strong. And there's not a weak link in the team at all. There's no one pod you can go out and go, yeah, I think I've got this. No, it doesn't happen. Not with this West Side team. They are so strong. Murderface making a visit back to the track after spending some time in the penalty box. So we've got a full complement of skaters out on track, which is what we like to see.
Star pass by Kingston there. Looks like Bam is now your jammer for Kingston. Apologies, folks at home. My eyesight is not great. That's actually Fury.
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately for Fury, it is a visit to the penalty box on a cut track. Not what Kingston would have been wanting. So it's a power jam now for Viola Rumble and West Side. Nicely done there. It's another 4 points. Nice jam from Viola Rumble. It's 12 points being added to the West Side scoreboard. They move along to 73 with Kingston on 19.
Club Sandwich approaching a scoring pass as Mayhem, the pivot, has now become the jammer for Kingston.
A couple of the West Side blockers making a visit to the penalty box, so the blocker advantage is going to sit nicely with Kingston going into jam number 13.
While we have the brief break, I do just want to do a shout out for Naomi. If your name is Naomi and you purchased a raffle ticket, B71, please take yourself and watch this game from the Big Gay Couch if you aren't there already. That's Naomi, B71. Watch the exciting game from the Big Gay Couch.
As Phil did in the game before this one. I know Phil, and I know he very much enjoyed watching the derby from the Big Gay Couch. It's a highlight of the final round, or any Geelong hosted rounds. 162, looks like Steve's a day jamming for, no it's not, I do apologise, that is
Florence the Machine.
Florence the Machine, it is. Got that totally muggled up. I do apologise to those two skaters. Wasting no time. Florence Machine getting through, and it's 4 more points very quickly being added to the West Side tally. Kingston blockers, though, with a little bit of work to do. Easy pickings there for Florence Machine. Number 3-1 at the front of the pack, that's Griff. Kind of being goaded there by 1-7, that's Liz Vegas. Liz decides to jump back in the pack and just do some O. Murray Fury now keeping pack, and Kingston bridging out, but Florence Machine's had enough and calls it off. Big shout out to our referees, Team Zebra in the middle for this game. We have Pee-wee, Zerantula, Corey, Knickerbocker, Beck, Frankenherder, Killer Curls, and Disaster Chief is our alt. And for those that might be watching, an alternate is a standby, essentially.
That's right. As you said, there's so many. We need so many people to be able to play a game of derby.
True,
We've got to have spares as well.
Spares, I like that. Interchange.
Interchange. Bianca picking up lead for Kingston. And a very nice evasive manoeuvre there by the real Slim Sadie.
done there for Bianca and Kingston. It's only just the 2 points, but hey, let's keep the scoreboard ticking over. That would be the word on the bench, I'm sure.
All points is good points.
Yeah, all points is good points. And that could be a very handy 2 points at the end of the day. Who knows? Stranger things have happened.
Jam is on. Some really swift lateral work there by Westside's jammer. Who are now lead. Club sandwich. Meanwhile, the pack still very much focused on Kingston's jammer.
One thing that Westside do, and they do it so well, is not only do they skate for each other exceptionally well, the reforming just when you think you've gotten through and been able to break up their defense, they're back together like magnets, and it's super quick. You've really got to have your wits about you.
Yeah, watching teams at this level, we start to see that they operate like symbiotic organisms, the way that they can get back so quickly.
Yep.
And that's a call off by Club Sandwich. This is a power jam for Westside as we head into jam 16. Which, of course, is very nice and juicy. It's great to have a power jam.
Yep.
But it does mean, because it means you've got all your friends are just helping you, but it also means that all of the opposition is also just focused on you.
Exactly.
So it's beneficial, but not necessarily easy.
No. And jamming for West Side, trying to find some territory to the outside part of turn number 2, not going to work. A little bit better to the outside part, of almost the back straightaway there. Gets on through lead jammer West Side. Siebes today, they're just bridging off, keeping pack. While the West Side blockers at the back of the pack just do what they are so good at doing.
Nice spin by Screw there, who is, unfortunately, I spoke too soon, they're now reporting to the bin.
And that cut track came about just sheer pressure from the West Side blockers, taking Screw to the outside, inside part of turn number 2. Just when Screw thought she may have had a bit of room and to execute that little turn. No, she ran out of room and cut the track. So again, just highlighting just how good this West Side defense is. It is relentless.
We are about to see a jammer bounce, folks. Yeah. As West Side's jammer takes a seat in the penalty box. And Screw is released back on track.
Momentarily taking the star off, but thinking better of it. So good opportunity here for Screw and Kingston to get some much needed points, it has to be said. Trying and nicely getting through on the middle part of turn number 1. Screw Lucy then for Kingston, but unfortunately the jam clock is going to beat all. See the head bench coach there, the ultimate in Rick and Mortis, just having a bit of a chat to the referees.
We've got a blocker each side maintaining the pack there. A very important job. You're stuck where you are, making sure that the pack doesn't break, but you kind of feel a little bit, doesn't feel like you're doing the most useful thing, but it is very useful to be maintaining that pack. Florence the Machine is through the pack, taking some big knocks but staying steady. Kingston battling it out with only 2 blockers on track.
Yeah. Nice hit there from Bam.
Regaining Mayhem just as that jam is called off. We go into the next one with both teams down 1 blocker each.
Yep. So on the online feed that is with us on this particular game is Chris Arnaby, of course, father of Maddie Longlegs. Greetings from Toowoomba. Chris wishes he was here watching Glory go for glory. So
thanks, Chris.
I'm sure if Maddie would be very much in game mode at the moment, but
nice to know folks are tuning in.
yeah, 100%. So we've got our first official review. I'm not quick enough to get out of my seat and go in and find out what it is. We'll find out later. Someone will tell us.
It's a good time to shout out our non-skating officials
Yeah,
and
why
the
not?
vital role they play.
Absolutely.
That is Achilles' wheel in the centre there, communicating to everyone that we are in the middle of an official review. The head NSO for this game is Butcherbird. We've also got Donna Kebab, Melonhead, The Rumour, Kilohertz, Buster Hammy, Turbo Kerbo, and Birdie. We love the NSOs.
We do.
They keep everything ticking along smoothly.
I know, and there's a certain other person in the middle of the track there. They are wearing a blue and red Kent number 6 top. Of course, that is Hawkeye. Hawkeye always taking all the photos. So we thank Hawkeye for his continued support of roller derby and capturing all the big hits, the big spills, the big jams.
We have the Hawkeye cam on right now, so people watching at home can see Hawkeye's view of this official review.
Unfortunately, Scout not here with us today. I believe I heard not feeling too well, so speedy recovery, Scout. No doubt you'll be watching at home.
Hi, Scout.
We've also got Ra, Lucy, and Nick. Ra, of course, Social Grind Media, Lucy, LJ Champion, Creative Media, along with Hawkeye, RXA Photography. So all our media personnel that capture the moments here and then put them up online for us to look back on and go, oh, that was really cool. Remember that?
Aww. And it's immortalised forever.
We do. This is true. So let's get jam number 18 underway. Jamming for Kingston. It is Bianca. Can't quite see. Oh, of course, it's the real slim Sadie jamming for Westside. Nicely done there from Sadie, getting through, picking up lead jammer, letting the crowd know all about it too. Sadie on that previous run. Not to be outdone, Bianca gets through the pack nice and quickly too for Kingston.
Very good awareness by Bianca there, who was knocked off, but noted that the person who hit them off had also gone out, so they did not need to yield to that skater.
Yep.
Westside's jammer hoping to call it off, but having just been gifted a penalty, no longer has that privilege.
And again, Bianca finding the track. Well, all to herself, I think, is probably the best way of putting it.
Yeah.
And a good opportunity there for Kingston to get some points. The instruction though is coming loud and with absolute purpose from the Kingston bench there.
And it looks like we've just seen a penalty on the Kingston jammer, so Bianca's just taking a seat in the bin.
Of course, while that was all happening, Sadie back out on the track and straight away putting points on the board for Westside.
Liz Vegas doing some very strong offense, although picking up a penalty for it. So the jammer is through, but at what cost?
Oh, that was a big hit. And like a flash, our medical staff just bang on the track, making sure our skaters are safe. Big shout out to our 2 medical team members here today.
They've been amazing. Like, I was watching the camera there. I didn't see where he came from. Just
It was
teleported in.
Teleported,
It
yeah.
was Superman-esque. It was just bang. It was just there. So we're going to have an official timeout by the looks of it. I'll tell you what's also very encouraging is the fans that have hung around. Fans in the stand here off to our right, and of course over on the far side of the track. To each and every one of you, thank you for your support of Roller Derby. Make sure you hang around, because at the end of this game there will be presentations for first, second and third place teams, and that will officially wrap up the 2023 season.
The stands look packed from here. I wonder, can anyone in the stands hear this? Because if you wave at the camera on the left, you can watch yourself at home. There we are. Love it.
One
you
person
go.
can hear us. Hey.
Beautiful.
2, 3, 4.
Oh, more
Hey.
people can hear us.
I almost feel like doing a countdown from 10, 9, 8 and see if we can get a bay wave, like a Mexican wave going like.
We
No?
don't have, there's not enough length to do a wave, I think.
No, just go, and then we can go past the members and then boo, and then it comes back to us and we go, yeah, and it goes past the members and we can just boo. Or is that just me?
That sounds like a lot of effort.
It does sound like a lot of effort.
It's been a long day.
Maybe we can coordinate an intermission.
This is only my second cup of coffee. I'm not coping.
I'm not counting how many cans of caffeine I've had because it would only upset me. I'm not vibrating out of my seat yet, it's fine.
Oh, that's what that noise is.
Right. Okay, let's straighten ourselves up and get jam number 19 underway, shall we? It is Screw Lucy jamming for Kingston. And nicely done, gets on through, picking up lead jammer. It is Screw Lucy.
This is a power jam for Kingston. And Westside is down 1 blocker, so this is a good position for Kingston to be in this jam. Screw taking excellent advantage of it.
Slowly but surely the cavalry arrive back out on track for Westside, clearing the penalty box.
Revan Townsend reporting to the bin for Westside, sitting for a penalty.
No, I spoke too soon.
Upaday, that's Derby for you.
Yep. So the penalty box now seeing a lot of traffic. And it was a power jam start just a few moments ago for Kingston, now has turned into a power jam for Westside. So the pack slowly making its way down the main straightaway there as the Westside blockers again go to work trying to hold up Screw Lucy. But Screw's more than up for the challenge, gets on through. It's 4 more points then for Kingston.
Legs living up to their name as they did some very good defense just there, only missing the jammer by the slightest margin. A lot happening all in this pack, folks.
So nicely done there for Screw Lucy, picking up 8 points. Kingston move along to 36, and with the 3 points for Westside, they move along to 133.
And that brings us to intermission, folks.
It does. That went quick.
It did. My goodness. Fast skaters, fast first half. We will be back with
We
you
will.
in 15 minutes. See you then. welcome back to the finals of Statewide Stampede for 2023, folks.
We are back. Stretch it to see if Kingston can then bridge this gap. It's actually becoming a very sizable one. As we jam one underway. Florence the Machine jamming for Westside. Nicely done, gets on through, picks up the jammer.
Blockers head to the bin. Ooh, okay, just jammers blocking one another. Do engagement zone. Florence Machine calls. And both teams going to this next jam down one blocker each. At this point, shout out to the bench crew for each team. So Westside Roller Derby have Rick Mortis, Cherry, Chuka and Rory. Rory Spillmore.
They certainly do. And on the Kingston side of things, we have Chops, Muggles and General Payne taking care of all things bench.
Oofed. Viola Rumble picking up lead there, just narrowly snatching it from Bianca, who is still struggling through the pack now.
Trying to find some territory to the inside part of turn number one for Bianca's not going to work. Murderface putting on a nice hit there to take Bianca to the inside part of the track. 469 exit at the back there doing a nice job holding up Viola Rumble. And that was just enough for Bianca to shoot on down the outside part of the back straightaway and gets on through then for Kingston.
Jam is called off before they have the chance to get those points. But gee, very nice fast footwork from both teams in that jam just. XC was at the back heckling that jammer and then very quickly got up front again. Big hit by Siebes, tearing apart that Kingston tripod. And Club Slam, which takes the lead for Westside. Big tumble there by 103. 103?
It is 103.
I apologise, I cannot tell you their derby name.
No, they're not on, well, they're certainly not on our list, so we do apologise to that skater. We're not quite sure who you are.
If someone on the live feed wants to let us know, do that.
Yep.
All right, Kingston having two blockers reporting to the bin, leaving two on track to try and help their jammer through. Club Sandwich calling it off in time though.
Nicely done for Bianca. Jamming for Kingston gets on through lead jammer. Not to be outdone though. It's 2-2-2 jamming for Westside. Dizzy Lizzy.
Bianca, it was appeared they had lead, but has just received a cut track. So they've gone to the bin, and that means that Westside has picked up lead as the first jammer through the pack, clean of penalties. They are the lead for this jam.
182 mayhem for Kingston. Giving off a nice big hit to Dizzy Lizzy there. Got a bit of work to do at the front of the pack. The Kingston blockers For the moment at least, are more than up for the challenge to hold up Dizzy Lizzy, but I don't know anyone from the United Kingdom. Why are they ringing me? Scam. Go away, leave me alone. I'm at the derbies.
I'm right behind you.
No, not you. The other person from the other part of England, not you.
Beard, are you trying to scam JR out of all their money?
I know.
Don't answer that on the microphone. It's recording.
Got a little bit of feedback up there, but that's okay. Beard is all over it. So what are we up to? Jam number 3.
It looks like the scoreboard laptop has lost its Wi-Fi, which is why our scoreboard in front of us isn't working and why the overlay isn't working. So we'll try and get onto that if we get an official timeout long enough for me to run across the room. But for now, just listen and the commentators will tell you.
Yes. Oh, there we
There we go.
Our responsibilities just got way higher. 162 for Westside, who is Florence the Machine, is lead for Westside. We've got a big tussle here with a really very thick pack. Everyone is sort of jammed in together. Pardon the pun. Mayhem has the star, so they started this jam as a pivot, and now they are the jammer. Fighting their way through the pack. With some very effortless lateral moves there, getting through.
Just watching Florence the Machine on that previous pass, just absolutely slicing through the Kingston defence.
Liz Vegas reporting to the bin for a blocking out of play penalty, I believe. A illegal contact penalty there, I believe.
So very legal contact would be the chop of the head. Beard just making their way across to the scoreboard to see if we can't
Save the day.
Yeah, save the day, exactly. So the 36-145, not really indicative of where we are because it's actually 175 playing 36.
Hop and a skip, and Westside's jammer picks up lead. Viola Rumble and Screw now out of the pack on their initial pass.
That would be Viola Rumble, who has seen enough and calls the jam off. Of course, running a slightly different format this year in the Stampede as opposed to previous years. The last time these two teams met was at the beginning of Stampede, not last year, but the year before. So, and it was also a big win to Westside on that occasion. And it's kind of shaping up to be that again today. So just the one blocker then. It is Fury and Club Slam, which nicely done by Fury. Taking Club Slam, which almost into turn at number 2. As the Kingston blockers now set about trying to open up some space for Bianca to get through. Nicely done down the centre part of turn number 2. Bianca gets on through the pack. But Club Sandwich has seen all that she needs to see and says no more, not today, that'll do. We've lost the scoreboard off our little what are you? We're back.
We're back. We
we're
can
in
see
real
it.
time.
Can you see it? Thank you, Beard.
Thanks, Beard.
So, Jam 8 starts with Westside Roller Derby on 182, 182 points. Kingston on 36.
Nicely done there from Bam, number 7 in the pink, jamming for Kingston. Gets on through. Picks up lead jammer.
I'm very happy about it. They've got a great contingency there supporting them in the crowd. Kingston's represented in the crowd today. I'm very happy to be getting through.
That's it. Now, anytime Bam gets on through the pack, she's always very, very happy with her work. Pack now coming through turn number 2 down the back straightaway, closest to all the Derby fans there, off to our right. The recycle then, well and truly back into turn 2 for Lizzie for West Side.
Bit of a scary moment for the jammer there, who was on the floor in the thick of it, but they're up, back at it.
Again, 469 Exie with the drawback on Dizzy Lizzie.
This is the sad place for the jammer. So this jammer has been knocked off a couple of times by Exie, who's going for the 3rd time at least, at minimum.
Dizzy Lizzie just did a little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump right into Exie. There was almost football-esque. the 2 skaters come together like hip and shoulder style. It was actually it's quite nice to watch. One thing with Exie, you know, Exie will never back down from a one-on-one challenge. You better be up for it, because if you're not, you're going to hurt the next day.
Yes. Yeah, they're very, very skilled at that positional blocking and then those nice big hits. Kingston picking up 4 points in that last jam, so that brings them to 40 points overall. Westside on 182. Florence the Machine is lead for Westside. Oh, nice tag team blocking by Mayhem and Fury there, as they both take hits at the jammer. But Florence Machine is undeterred. Back they come again for a scoring pass.
Yep. Oh, nice. Big hit. Florence and Machine just letting Fury know all about it. Massacre Jones then with the drawback on Mayhem. Almost back to the midpoint of the back straightaway.
Mayhem, the jammer now for Kingston. Started out as the pivot, but has taken on the star. So you go from boofing and hitting to then getting your cardio work out if you've been the pivot and you become the jammer.
Yeah.
Nice big jam for Westside there by the looks of things.
Yeah, just a lazy 16 points.
You know, as you do.
As you do. With that 16 points, so we are seeing Westside on 202. And Kingston remain on 44. We've got just a tick under 20 minutes remaining in this game. The playoff game, I guess if you want to call it that, but for first and second position, or placing, for this year's instalment of Statewide Stampede. That brings the Derby season more or less to an end.
Although we have got...
Or does it?
Or does it? Ha-ha.
Or does it? Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun. Make sure you have got 16th and 17th of September in your diary for East Coast Clash.
Why is that? East Coast Clash. I'm there. I cannot wait. Accommodations booked. I'm
Be there with wheels on. Yep.
Wheels on. Might even do some little commentaries.
If you're really keen for extra derby, there's actually VRDL are playing a couple of games next weekend as well.
Yeah,
so
right.
if you're in Melbourne, yeah, I'm there. I'm there too. So you can always watch it online.
There you go. Keep an eye out then at Beardcast for all your Derby streaming needs.
Yes.
All your anything streaming needs, really. You want to stream a cookery show? Yeah, sure, let's talk. You want to stream just your cats 24/7? Absolutely, I will give you a discount. Yeah.
There you go. You found the way to Beard's heart.
That's it. I'll tell you what, I'm loving this chant that's going up for Kingston. Not only is it just the fans in the standoff to our right here, but watching across track there, the West Side bench were also getting involved, showing some real good sportspersonship. I don't know if I'm being technically Correct, incorrect. I'm sure someone will pull me up on it if I'm not, but...
Sportser. We've established this.
Okay, sportsman. Okay.
The sportsers.
Sportsers, okay.
I think we should road test Sportsly. But let's also pay attention to the Titanic reenactment happening on track right now.
Titanic. Oh, right. Oh, between
the
Maddie
steerage
and...
scene.
Oh, yes, yes. With Rose and Jack down and the... Yes.
Dancing to pipes and drums and
Yes.
tin whistles.
That's it. Nicely done there. Kingston got some very nice support here this afternoon. Well, now
They've painted
evening.
banners, I
They
think.
do banners. They've got
Whoever
beach towels
organised
and
that, good job on organising the
Bianca's
banners.
got this. So big support there for number 8-1 in the pink jamming today. Of course, Bianca.
Oh, I think we've solved a mystery. I think Bachelot must be our skater from before.
Oh, okay.
When they're
Bacheloff
back
is
on track
103.
Thank you, Beard. Beard's paying attention. Shout out to Bachelot 103. Apparently this is their 4th game with Westside.
Okay.
Thanks, Asher,
Thanks,
for that
Asher,
info.
for the clarification. Legendary.
Kingston looking at a score of 44 points. Westside on 206. 5 seconds till this jam. Blockers are getting into position and we're on. I think we've seen these two battle it out before. We've seen Fury,
We have indeed.
yeah, holding that sort of front line. And Club Sandwich just pushing that blocker well out of the way.
Of course, 9-1 Fury there for Kingston. And Club Slam is just picking up where they've left off in previous jams.
A very
Nicely
happy
done.
May, who is still on the track despite attempts from Westside to get them off the track. And Siebes finishes the job, but
Of
that
course it
footwork
is.
by May.
It could only be Siebes putting on that sort of a blocking display.
Absolutely. Folks, take note of the time. You're going to want to rewatch that
Yep.
later.
I often say when I see things like that, that's why you train as a skater, and that's why you learn the art of positional blocking, because there's going to come a time when you need to do one-on-one, and if you're not skilled enough, jammers are just going to go slicing on
Yeah.
by you, and they get points. And your job as a blocker is to stop that.
So
Club,
those
no, it's
points-
not Club Sandwich at all. It's Screw Lucy rather for Kingston getting on through, picking up lead jammer, nice and quick. Not sure who the jammer is there for West Side, but once we can get that sorted, we will rather.
Oh, a long draw back by Exie on the Westside jammer.
I think it's 2-2-2, and that
I
would be
think it is.
Dizzy
I think
Lizzy.
it's Dizzy Lizzy, yeah. Oh, wow. And because the pack is going so far back, Exie can just keep dragging that jammer back.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry about that, folks.
Oh, and it also Screw has been knocked off,
okay.
so both of them having to yield to anyone who had been in front of them when they were knocked off. Hence the long drawback.
The old commentator's curse getting a tickle in the throat, so I do apologise to all the
Oh,
fans here and the
no.
fans at home coughing into the mic. So unprofessional.
The quality of the stream is so good that we can hear it really nicely as well, yeah.
True. Mind you, the producers will be looking at my contract for next year and probably tearing it up.
You're fired.
No, we'll give you a raise.
Sorry?
20%. We'll give you 20% raise.
Oh, on zero. From zero
Actually,
to
make it 30.
From 0 to a high 0.
Westside Pivot is sitting in that penalty box. Quite a bit of a kerfuffle over at the apex there.
So 1618, Victoria Beta just making a trip to the penalty box there. As is Exie, as is Screw Lucy. Wow,
So this becomes a power jam for Westside.
certainly does.
their jammer is on their initial. So the ref there, Corey, that jam ref, is indicating that Westside's jammer had only just made their initial with what I call the sad bird. When you're jamming and you've got the sad bird next to you, it's not nearly as empowering as having the lead.
Yep. Talking about sad bird, not only is the blocker advantage clearly going the way of Westside, it's going to be a power jam start too. The Kingston Jammer, Screw Lucy, currently sitting in the penalty box, as is Etsy, as is Griff. So Fury and Mayhem then trying absolutely everything to hold up.
Yes, this is 4-2 at the moment.
Oh, just the power of Florence the Machine just getting on through the pack there.
And you can almost see that in the strategy that their blockers were using on that off the line, which was just let them push. They've got it. There's no need to contribute too much to the offense. They'll get through on their own, and sure enough, they have.
Someone as skilled as Florence the Machine doesn't need a heck of a lot of O. Florence has a very strong and purposeful skating ability. I think is probably the best way I can put that.
Screw Lucy having a hard time against that really strong tripod, which just got easier theoretically by a quarter, as we've had one of the Westside blockers report to the bin for a penalty.
It's been kind of the tail of the tape all afternoon in this game, hasn't it? The Westside defence, their blockers are just so strong. It doesn't matter what lineup is out on track.
It looks like hard work. You can see that it's hard work.
Yeah. So we've got just a tick over 10.5 minutes to go in this game. Kingston are on 48. Westside Roller Derby on 2:24 as we get jam number 14 underway.
Bianca peeking up lead very quickly. Hot on their heels is
Revan Townsend by looks.
Revan Townsend. Just a very impressive way to get through the pack by both. And a swift call off by Bianca. In time too, as Westside did not pick up any points on that jam, so they called it off just before they were able to get those points.
Yep. Rev was convinced that he may have had just the 1 point, looked across the track to the jam ref, and jam ref said, no.
Nah, not today.
Not today.
Double donuts for everyone.
Yeah. So it looks like we have Viola Rumble then jamming for Westside up against Bam jamming for Kingston as we get jam number 15 underway.
Bam darting side to side there, really making that tripod work for everything. And a forearms penalty has, a high block penalty, I believe, has just been called on Bam, who's reporting to the bin, along with one of their teammates, Carnage.
Carnage on a multiplayer block there, unfortunately. Viola Rumble then taken to the inside part of turn 2, recycled back. Oh,
And
nice hit. Nice hit there from Griff. Unfortunately, an illegal hit. At the end of every Stampede season, we can't not have an after party, and we might cover that off in the next break. And of course, there we go again, Club Slam, and Mari Fury resuming their little battle that they've had all afternoon.
Looked like we saw Fury just sort of exasperated a bit then at the millimetre that this jammer just used to get through.
Yeah. So fun fact, Fury and I actually started skating at the same time. My body didn't want to play anymore, as we spoke about off air, I guess, if you want to call it that. But you could just tell early days that Fury was going to be a very, very impressive blocker, and Fury has turned out to be just that.
Absolutely.
So Mayhem then on track has Murderface to negotiate. Nicely done, Mayhem to the middle part of turn 2, finding some space, but Club Sandwich says nope.
And you know, if you haven't got lead, that's probably the next best thing you can do is force a call off by the other team.
As I like to call it, perceived pressure.
Perceived pressure, nice, I like that.
A couple of the Kingston skaters now on track. They were having a bit of a drink and like, yeah.
Helmet covers flying. Because of course there can only be one pivot for each team on the track at a time.
Yep. Oh, Bianca just putting on some power. By God, has this skater got some power. What a joy to watch. Nicely done, picks up lead jammer. Oh.
Amazing deflect there. Dizzy Lizzy apparently doesn't get dizzy because of that spin was something.
And that is absolute brilliant awareness, because had not that happened, that would have been a totally different outcome, I think. 469 Exie taking Dizzy Lizzy to the inside part of turn 1. Now the recycles all the way back to turn 4. So Dizzy Lizzy has to do it all over again.
And knocked out again at last moment by May.
Oh.
Bianca taking quite a tumble there, but back up almost instantly. Forearms called on
another big hit
Blue
there.
17.
Saves the day, then also putting on a massive hit there. Not facing Bianca too much, or doesn't appear that way.
Not from where we're sitting there,
No.
just back onto it.
She just gets up and just gets on with it. I like it. I like it a lot. No frills, I can't say on broadcast, but no frills about Bianca. It's just get in, get the job done. So the pack then coming down the back straight away.
They are through again. This is probably one of the most point-heavy jams that Kingston has had. Bianca has claimed at least 12 points this jam.
Yeah. That's a hell of a jam. Nicely done. 12 points, as you said. Very handy for Kingston. They move along to 60 with that 12-point jam, and Westside with the 4 points. They scoot along to 239. So we've got an official timeout. Did I mention anything about an after party?
Tell us the details.
Well, there is one, and it's not far from here. I can't remember the name of the place. I'd have to go back into the Facebook event page. But if someone knows, let me know. But that should be a hell of a lot of fun. A lot of the teams, certainly the Melbourne-based teams, even us regional teams, we're staying in Geelong tonight. So it'd be a good opportunity for everyone just to, I'd say, kick their heels up, but kick their skates off and just have a bit of a relax, a bit of a drink.
Really let loose.
And really let loose. I'm going to ask the absolute obvious question. Who's here for Kingston? Make some noise. Thought so. Who's here for Westside? Make some noise. Who's here for Roller Derby? Make some noise. I like it. Florence and Machine then just with one blocker to get through. Nicely done. Picks up lead jammer.
Screw copping quite a bit of battering there by those blockers. But undeterred, persisting, pushing. And nice bit of O by Mayhem, who did try to communicate that there was an impending cut track then, but unfortunately too late. Screw is heading to the bin. This is a power jam for Westside. Florence the Machine calling it. After a very nice 8 points. And Kingston will be starting this jam with a jammer in the bin.
Thanks, Scout. Nice,
Thanks,
nice works
Scout.
for Mad and JR. Oh, look at
Shucks.
that. Stop it. Yeah, we do our best.
We wish you were here, Scout. Just
Yeah,
to
we do.
quote Pink Floyd.
We do indeed. I think we're going to see an official review as indicated by our awesome jam time in the middle there.
That jam timer is awesome. I can verify.
You can verify.
Yep, that's Keely's wheel.
Excellent.
NSO extraordinaire.
Ah. So just a reminder to all the Derby fans, especially the ones in the, oh no, the camera's going here, there and everywhere. Getting motion sickness. It's going in, it's going out, it's going left, it's going right.
The broadcast that you're watching is several minutes behind what we're talking about. So,
Oh, okay. It's like
but
a
the
replay.
audio that you're talking about is in time with what we're seeing right now. Which,
Yep.
speaking of which, check out that beautiful. Oh, I missed the moment of all of Westside helping Achilles Wheel with the official review hand signals. It was beautiful, synchronized
Nice.
officiating.
Nice.
It's a very colourful sport, isn't it? Like, we have a lot of pretty nice flourishing hand movements, great complexity.
When I first started learning to roller skate, it wasn't derby, it was just learn to skate at Ballarat. And Mars, the coach, did a on skates warm up of just waving your arms around a lot. And I was very surprised to discover, a few months later, that all of these weird motions we were doing are actually ref hand signals.
Not
They
just
were just
dancing.
teaching us from the start. It was
Yeah.
subliminal indoctrination, and I'm not complaining.
Yeah, best way to learn. All right, the official business has been resolved.
It has.
Things are getting loud and rowdy and exciting
They are
here in the
indeed.
stadium. The jam is on. Murderface is
Murderface.
lead for Westside. What a treat to see Murderface jam.
It wasn't all that long ago, Murderface was one of the primary jammers at Westside, decided to play a role as a defensive skater. Nicely done to the inside part.
Looks like they're looking to the bench.
Yeah,
and
they are.
calling it.
Nicely done by Murderface there. Takes a bow to the bench.
Bam's got to be spewing. That was very, very close to getting that point, but sadly, no points for Kingston on that jam.
So it's just a tick over 2:20 to go in this game. Just a reminder, there is presentations at the end of this. Both teams obviously want to get their photos in front of the scoreboard, and then we will get stuck into the presentations and get all the official stuff out the road before we go off and have a bit of a party. So we have Bianca then jamming for Kingston and Revan Townsend jamming for Westside.
Bianca just very nicely getting up very quickly once again. They are lead for this jam. And West Side's jammer, Revan Townsend, still yet to make their initial. And they are out. They have made their initial.
Bianchi then with a bit of work to do at the back of the pack. As we've seen so often in this game, the West Side blockers will give you nothing. Nicely done then by Rev, picking up 4 points on the previous pass.
Bianca calls it off. So a nice moment there where they gather themselves. I believe they were probably checking in with their bench. And calls it off. Having picked up 4 points, which is very nice, bringing up to 64. 7 points on that last jam for West Side, who are now sitting on 258.
We get jam number 21 underway. Of course, something we haven't touched on is that West Side are going for back-to-back. Of course, last year they took out the statewide Stampede in the grand final. And they are potentially only seconds away from backing that up. There's a pack now coming into turn number 1. Oh, Club Slam, which just strolling to the inside part of turn number 1, gets on through the pack nicely.
Very pleased about that too.
Oh yes,
you
very,
would be.
very pleased.
Oh.
And with that, Club Slam, which calls this one off. So we've got an unofficial score here, so the jammer refs will just make sure that everything has been counted.
Beautiful moment on track by West Side there. Both teams having put in a phenomenal effort for this final game of the Stampede.
That's exactly right, as the fans now slowly coming out of the stands, down trackside. And that rolling whistle does bring about the end of this game. Congratulations to West Side Roller Derby. Your winners here this afternoon, 266. Also, massive congratulations to Kingston City Rollers on 64.
That was a fantastic final game for the season.
It certainly was.
Excellent to see who our first and second teams are. What a game.
Well, I think we're going to wrap up with the commentary here in just a moment, although do stay tuned because you'll have to put up with my voice reading all the thank yous in the centre after the teams have had their photos taken.
Excellent.
For everyone who has supported Stampede, who has watched online, who has watched these back, who has been part of our Derby family across the state, you are a wonderful human being. Thank you all so much. And we'll be back next year. I've been Beard.
I'm Mad Max.
Yeah, and I'm JR, so thank you very much. Both teams now still in their huddles. They're going to break away soon. All the fans are trackside eagerly awaiting. So I think with that, we will wrap this one up. Thank you so much for your support throughout this season. Thank you for commentating so very, very well. Enjoyed that very, very much. And we will catch all you awesome Derby fans again next year when we give you the 2024 instalment of Statewide Stampede. But for now, from JR
and Mad Mags, over and out.
2. Ooh. Oh boy, that was a lot louder than expected. Sorry, everyone. I've got the camera pointed where it's going to be, but thank you. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. If you have another couple of people, we don't need a table. We can just bring the trophies in.
I don't think another couple of people.
Okay. Yes, thank you. It's okay, I've got a microphone, I can let them know. Folks, thank you all so very much for being here at the end of Stampede 2023 to cheer on the last teams and to support roller derby in general. My name is Niall, or Beard. You have probably watched some of the derby at some point because I'm behind the cameras. I'm not normally in front of the cameras, but all of the statewide Stampede leadership team are either not here or busy, and so I've been given the script. Sorry in advance. So, last year was a big celebration of Derby because it was our first full year back after COVID. We were trying to work out what we were doing, and we thought, yeah, that went pretty well. And then this year has kind of blown it out of the water because this is the biggest year statewide Stampede has ever had. We've got more teams than ever. We have had to completely redesign the tournament bracket so that we could make all of the teams play enough games and not be here for 12 hours a day. And I think overall, everyone seems to be really happy, and it's been a success for Derby. So it's been great. Thank you all so much, and we will definitely be back next year. I have a bunch of thank yous, and then we have a few trophies to give out. So without further ado, the statewide Stampede leadership team, these people you don't see very often, but they're the ones who work week in and week out and make this tournament happen, organize everything behind the scenes, and just generally wrangle everyone together. So a couple of them are in the room right now. Frank Taylor, our head NSO. Pee-wee, our head ref. Al Brown, our low contact scrim coordinator. Scout, our media coordinator. And Hayley Hartley, our operations officer, who wrote this list. Hayley, none of the stuff Hayley does you see, but she is the grease that makes the squeaky wheels less squeaky. So yes, all of the team reps as well from all of the teams we've had this year. We have Hebby Revy, we've had Pam Elms and Catherine Daniel, we've had Exie, Razorback, Kay Morton, Penny Davis, Lizzie Griffith, Corey Bartlett, Jennifer Arnott, and Steph Dara. Our low-contact scrim superstars, people who have benched and otherwise supported all of our up-and-coming future Stampede skaters. We got Bonnie Jovi, KO, Mayhem, Monk, and Scout. Our wonderful media people, Hawkeye from RXA Photography, Nick from Purple Nebula, Ralph from Social Grind Media, Scout from our Variety Production House, and me. I
can't not read my name out of it. It still feels weird. And yeah, most of all of you people who are here watching Derby, who have been here playing Derby, who have been officiating, NSOing, moving tables, lifting track, laying track, and making roller derby happen, because without all of the support around it, we're just a bunch of idiots skating around in a room, and that's not very fun. So thank you all so very much for making Statewide Stampede what it is. It has been fantastic, and we're looking forward to trying to make it bigger somehow next year. Stay tuned for that one. So we do have a few trophies in front of me. Only one of them broke actually 2 of them broke coming out of the box, but we fixed it, it's fine. So, do we have any representatives of our 3rd place winners? Have they all gone home? Congratulations. And then I know we definitely have the reps from the others still here. So can we please get someone from KCR, our 2nd place team in Statewide Stampede 2023? Someone, he said. So, oh my God, there's so many of them. So many people on skates coming towards me. I'm ready to like chest catch them, and I'm not wearing skates. Most welcome. And finally, last but certainly not least, our winners once again of Statewide Stampede, your 2023 Statewide Stampede champions, Westside Glory. Rick, they're not going to stop until you get over here. No. If Rick will not come to the team will come to Rick. All right, Derby fans, that is us for Statewide Stampede 2023. Thank you all so very much. As has been mentioned before, East Coast Clash is coming up in less than a month. If you are not already involved in that, then you should... Oh, I have forgotten a thing.